We are back live. Thank you for joining us on this live Sunday edition. Now, the phones are only open for Hispanic Americans, Hispanics in Mexico, globally. I want to hear your view on this because I know you're in the middle of it. You hear this. I want to hear from you. Is this your view? What percentage of Hispanics? I mean, because I've known that the pro-open borders groups are backed by the federal government because they understand these groups will vote for gun control, will vote for socialism, which the big banks want to consolidate people's wealth because they use poverty as a tool of control. And I know many of these people have been persecuted in their own countries. They've been taught the U.S. did it to them. No, powerful interests that have used the U.S. to a certain extent have done it. But why is the mainstream media covering this up? Why can't Hispanic groups in Spanish and in English say things that no other group would get away with? 888-201-2244. But first I want to finish with these video clips and get to the trailer for Machete. See, when you just watch the trailer and the white guys are the bad people and the Hispanics rise up with machetes like Rwanda and kill them, and you know the white guys are racist so they deserve it, and it's all done with situational ethics. When you watch this, you have to understand this is exactly what's being promoted in the real world, in Mexican and Chicano studies at universities everywhere. When I went to Anderson High School, I was taught this by the white teachers. It's all part of the white guilt. Whites are evil, whites are bad. No, we're not. I'm tired of it. It's just not true. Okay? So let's go ahead and go back to this teacher teaching high school students in California up there with his students at a big rally, and you can watch other clips of the rally. It's all the same, hours of it, and this is going on everywhere. Here it is.
So what do they fear? They know that every single country, they know that we no longer will fall to these lies called borders. We know that a Salvadoran and a Guatemalan and Nicaraguense and Mexicano, there's no damn difference. We are all one people. So with that in mind, we see ourselves, all of us here, as the northern front of a Latin American revolutionary movement.
See, the media won't cover this, but this is hot.
There are more than 40 million of our people north of the Rio Grande. That means to them, there's 40 million potential revolutionaries north of the border, inside the belly of the beast. So when you think about why do they want to kick us, of all people, out, that's why. Because they know that we now know the truth. They know that now we are raza, we're professionals, we're educators, we are revolutionary students. What does that mean? We are not just a regular culture anymore. We're a culture of revolutionary spirit. And that's the fear.
All right. In the interest of time, because I want to talk to Noel, Grace, Rand, Texican, and others and get their view on this. And again, the number is 888-201-2244. I mean, let me have it. I mean, if you agree with this, tell me. If you disagree, I mean, is your community concerned about this? But you have to ask yourself, why are the big corporations funding this? Because we have the North American Union, SPP, Security Prosperity Partnership documents. The banks want to break up the U.S. They want to get rid of sovereignty. It's the big money that funds socialism. Now, let's go to a clip from just 2 weeks ago, minutes before the illegal alien protesters attacked police, and the police stood down and took it with rocks and bottles. And what does the lady say? We will use our pickaxes on you. I mean, this is going on everywhere. And now Robert Rodriguez, who's put out huge hits, he's making the new Predator movie. You know, he put out the Spy Kids films. He put out so many films here in Austin. And I was told years ago, because, you know, I've been in a few Hollywood films myself, never tried to be, got called up and put in them by Richard Linklater, great guy, that I've been told by people that work in Hollywood, oh, yeah, I've given Rodriguez your films. He says he likes them, but he doesn't agree with you on the immigration issue, and he's into La Raza. And then I got contacted by two Hispanics, separately, didn't even know that they were doing it, you know, that the others were doing it, who were saying, we're afraid of a backlash. We're afraid this is going to hurt the Hispanic community, which it is. This is what this is meant to do. Keep everybody in groups so the government can be the big arbiter and the referee. But here's this lady talking about using pickaxes on people.
We will not stop. We will take up our shovels and our pickaxes and we break the land and make your landscaping and clean your toilets and our partners. We will use them against you. Believe that.
All right. Clean the toilets. I mean, why do you have to come from Mexico up here? And most of the Hispanics I see are doing better than most people, living in big houses, driving new cars, hard-working, smart people. But, I mean, why is the U.S. so much better? Because it hadn't been a communist or a corrupt narco state. Because you had some freedom, some Bill of Rights, some private property. Now, that said, we haven't edited this trailer except for cutting out the cuss words for radio. You can watch the unedited trailer up at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. But all we've bleeped is the cuss words. Now, this was released on Cinco de Mayo, actually the day before it, and they have the star of the new movie, Machete, and he says, this is a message for Arizona. Then it cuts to the Texas Capitol, and I looked it up. This was shot in Texas. Basically, the plot is evil white people hire a Hispanic to do a staged hit on the racist white senator who wants to control the borders. So it's a false flag. I guess Rodriguez did learn something from me. And then they have to stand up and kill the evil white racist. But by invoking the Arizona situation, it sends the message that this is good to do. And there have been racial attacks from Miami to Santa Cruz. A bunch of different white ranchers in Arizona have been killed. You've seen that in the news. Cops are getting killed. The police are on record about that. There's been a bunch of machete attacks, and it didn't say it was film-related in the last 5 days, but it's Hispanic surnames killing people with machetes at public schools, attacking police with machetes. We know what this is going to do. We know what this is going to generate. This is very, very dangerous, what's happening. And I know Rodriguez just wants the attention and wants to be political and thinks this will create a big controversy. And, by the way, Fox Studios is putting this out. Fox criticized it on TV Friday and then pulled their articles and video about it because they don't want to create a controversy. They just want this to be under the radar and sell this racial hatred to make money. But here is the trailer. And I've talked to people involved in the film, one of them high level, one of them mid level, and they contacted me. They are concerned. Here it is.
This is Machete with a special Cinco de Mayo message to Arizona.
Big image of a machete.
They called him Machete.
Machete.
$70 a day for yard work. $100 for roofing.
Get in.
$125 for septic.
Have you ever killed anyone before? As you know, illegal Americans are being forced out of our country at an alarming rate for the good of both our people. The senator must die.
He was given an offer he couldn't refuse.
Make no mistake, we are at war. Every time an illegal dances across our border, it is an act of aggression against this
Machete comes in with a sniper rifle.
Terrorism.
Set up
To kill Robert De Niro.
and left for dead.
Oh, it's star-studded.
Taking your brothers and sisters in, deporting them back to their own personal hells. It's a law. There are many laws.
You want me to help you kill all these men?
Yes, bro.
I'll see what I can do.
Lindsay Lohan.
He's coming after us.
He knows the score. He gets the women.
Jessica Alba, Robert De Niro, Lindsay Lohan, Cheech Marin,
Bolero at the end of the road.
Steven Seagal, Don Johnson.
And he kills the bad guys.
We didn't cross the border!